I don't know if you can hear me yet, but I'm here. We for sure are here. I don't know if y'all got me. Man, it has been a crazy day. It has been an absolutely stupid day when it comes to true crime, um, the world as we know it. Look who's got a new mugshot. Oh shoot, where's my camera at? I'm all looking slick and stuff. Better get on the camera. Girl's got a new mugshot. Megan, MFer, you MFer. We got a big day. We had a big day in the world of the Heidi Broussard case. They finally released the police affidavit. See, a lot of times they don't seal these things, and they're released pretty quickly after someone gets probable cause. You got to have this is all constitutional stuff. They finally released the police affidavit, and so yeah, this is her newest mugshot. This is the Travis County mugshot. This one was released with the police records, police affidavit, the arrest affidavit. We're going to take a look at that. Well, I'm going to take a look at that a couple of times. I'm going to look at that definitely here right now with you guys. I'm also going to look at it, going to go over to J is for Justice here in a little bit and take a look at the police arrest affidavit over on J is for Justice. Probably an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. Who knows? When that girl gets her shit together, I'll say that. She's out there having fun right now. She's busy, but we're gonna probably 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30. I'm gonna hit over JS for Justice channel and go live with her a bit, and we're gonna read the affidavit in detail. I'm gonna read through the affidavit, and I haven't really looked at it. Let me tell you about this. I received this affidavit from a secure source in Austin because I didn't want to go off screenshots. I wanted what the police released to the media. I wanted what the police released to everybody. So I could have gone off tweets and screenshots, and the networks try to hold this stuff back till the 5 o'clock news, and then they want to drop a bombshell on you. But what we did is we were able to secure early this afternoon, about 1 o'clock, we were able to secure a copy of the media release affidavit. In other words, whatever the media got, we got it. And so we got all that whole media package sent to us and mugshots, all that stuff. So that's what we put out. So if you haven't read it, you can go read it right now on Dad with the Phone. The screenshots from my email are right there. I'm about to pop open the PDF version because it's a lot higher quality version. And then the screenshots I put up and stuff. And so I'm going to pop that open real quick. Let me kill this. Let me go to my emails. I can't be giving out my sources though. So I had to shut the screen share down, Let me find go to my inbox. Where my shit at? The real Dad with the Phone. Where my stuff be? Here we go. Let's open up this is 5.3 megabytes. So let's open it. Download. 9 pages. It's a 9-page affidavit. It's a big affidavit for open. Maybe not. Open when done. There we go. Bingo. So now we got this. We'll pull that up. Boom. Screen share. So I'm just going to scroll through it kind of because I'm going to go in detail and read this later with I'm going to read this later with JS for Justice in detail and go over it. But right now, you guys can, we'll take a look at it here. Share the screen. You guys can jump on that. Let me throw a banner up real quick so that somebody don't come through and steal my shit. Like that. There we go. What we got? What we looking at? All right. So it's for kidnapping, 3rd-degree felony. Is investigated, assigned to the Austin Police Department. So this is filled out. They call her Magen Rose. So, man, it sucks her middle name is Rose, man. I don't like that because that's my daughter's middle name. And so, what have they charged her with? Oh, they've charged her with kidnapping. We had the charges that they haven't charged her with murder, and there's a lot of speculation that comes from this affidavit because some of the things like the witness that they saw, Shane Carey, has cooperated with the Austin Police Department in investigating the disappearance of Heidi. That's a huge statement right there, guys. That statement right there, man. Those kids that have jumped on the get after Shane bandwagon, they got to answer to that because number 3 is Shane has cooperated. Shane stated that he last saw Heidi. So this is kind of the stuff we knew. Most of this stuff we kind of knew. What kind of the new stuff that came out was they had gone after, okay, here we go, all necessities for carrying for the newborn. I think a lot of people want to talk about number 27. I think on December, here's what on December 18th, 2019, MW, an adult female fully identified in Austin Police Report 1934-61-485, provided a statement to detectives Merrills and Brago. This is why I don't read this shit because I can't do names. The statement was captured on a fixed audio and video recording system. MW stated that on December 11th or 12th, 2019, she was driving through the rear of the complex at 744 West William Canyon. MW stated that she saw 4-door believed to be light in color stop in the parking lot perpendicular to the provided parking space. MW stated that she saw a white adult female walk from between building 7 and building 8 towards the vehicle parked perpendicular to the provided parking spaces. The adult white female was carrying a small infant who was wearing a knit cap. The adult female carrying the small infant walked towards the vehicle parked perpendicular to the provided parking spaces. MW saw a female exit the front passenger seat and greet the adult female who was carrying the small infant. The front seat passenger opened the rear passenger side door of the vehicle. The adult female carrying the small infant entered the rear passenger seat. Both doors closed and the vehicle drove away. MW stated that there was not time for the adult female to secure the infant into any type of child restraint system before the vehicle drove away. MW turned from the main lane of the parking lot and last saw the 4-door vehicle driving towards the exit gate on the south first. MW returned to the Austin Police substation and was presented a photo lineup. The photo lineup was prepared by Detective Merrills. I don't know his name. The photo lineup featured 6 images of females, one of which was Megan MFer. One of them was MFer herself. The females were all of a similar complexion, and none of the females stood out of the lineup. The photo lineup was presented to MW by detectives Mitchell for badge number 4523. When MW saw the photo of Megan MFer, when MW saw MFer, she stated that she was 60 to 70% sure that was the female she saw in the front seat of the vehicle in the parking lot of 744 West William Canyon. This is the stuff that people are really wanting to look at. Is some people believe that was, some people read that 2 different ways. Now, if I read that and I'm trying to comprehend what I read, I comprehend that there was one female in the car. there may be from what I read. Now, I don't know what you're reading, right? Some people are like, is there two people in the car? Is there two people in the car? But for it says I'm going to assume though that Megan closed the door and got back into the passenger seat. I'm going to assume that Megan. So why are we assuming this? So where is in the affidavit this assumption is what I'm looking at. So on this, an adult female fully identified, okay, stated that on December, stated that she saw a four-door vehicle believed to be light in color stopped in the parking space, stated that she saw a white adult female walk from between buildings. The vehicle parked, provided. The adult white female was carrying a small infant. The adult female saw a female exit the front passenger seat and greet the adult female. So this is why people think is that front, because she came out the passenger seat. You know, the only thing here, oops. Buy it like at your own house.
Oh, there they are.
Let me out of my own house. When I look at this and I see that there's people that are saying there were two people in the house, two people in the front. Y'all hear that? Just circus come in. Hey, Ella, go to your circus in the back. Take your circus to the back. The adult white female was carrying a small infant. People think because she got out of the passenger seat, it automatically means there were two people in the car. Said he wasn't a fan of MWAP, so I came up with, oh, I got you. They show, what did you say here? Heidi got back in the back. Another white female got in the passenger seat, got into it. I don't know. Well, people want to know who the driver was, and people assume that that she wasn't. So the thing is I don't know what is the inside of that? Is a Nissan. What kind of car? It was a Nissan something. It's in here. Get out of here. Let me jump down here. It's a Nissan. One of y'all could tell me faster though than me read this affidavit. What kind of car is it? A Nissan what? I want to look at the passenger seat. Is it a slide through passenger seat? Could she have just slid through, or was it a walkout? You know, a Versa. That's what it is. A Nissan Versa. Let's look at this. Nissan Versa. I just want to see if it's a slide through. Images. See, no, it's bucket seats. Straight up bucket seats. She didn't slide through that shit. All right. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah, so, we have to assume that somebody was driving. This is a 2015 Versa sedan. Yeah. No, it's two separate seats. So it is it is assumable to say that somebody else was driving. The lady identified the lady who got out, which means Megan wasn't driving, which then begs to ask who's with her, We do know that in here Chris is, somewhere else at the time. So it kind of take away from Chris. I like I said, I haven't read all this. I'm going to go through this today with I'm going to read this over at JS for Justice here in a little bit. What else stood out at y'all is that you guys have read this stuff. If you haven't read this, this thing is released on Dad with the Phone. You should go read it. And so, if you haven't read it, what else has stood out? I think the driver may have been the cuz, which might be underage, why they can't release. Okay, so somebody that's related to a cousin that's related to Megan. The duffel they found her in. Do you know what number that is? Danette Costa. What number is that under on the affidavit? If you ask me that, like I knew where that thing was on. Could it be the camera was filming bass backwards? Somebody send me the number from the duffel bag. Chris Green says that the baby at my house, after seeing the pictures of Margot, gave, yeah, for sure, either cousin or Megan's mom. Me too. Yeah, the whole thing. Chris says when they interviewed him. Okay, you said it's at the very end. I got you. Let me go back. Let me go down here. So, here we go. Let's throw it up on there. Application. Boom. So let's see here. Nissan 4-door bearing Texas license plate. The Versa parked on the back porch of the single family residence. Projection through the state. On December 19th, I presented a search warrant for the search of the 2015 Versa 4-door bearing Texas plates. Oh, they forgot to take out the Texas plate right there. They redacted, but they still gave it out. GBS 4989 registered to Megan. The judge reviewed and approved the search warrant evidence. During the search, 2015 4-door Texas license plate located a human corpse in the trunk of the vehicle. The human corpse appeared to be female with long hair. The human corpse was shoved into a black duffel bag. This is section 663 of the affidavit. If you're reading along with the copy of the affidavit, so addendum, whatever, the amendment 63. During the search of the 2015 Nissan Versa 4-door bearing Texas license plate GBS 4989, Texas Ranger Gary Phillips located a human corpse in the trunk of the vehicle. The human corpse appeared to be female with long hair. The human corpse was shoved into a black duffel bag. Your affiliate has probable cause to believe that Megan MFer, did or about December 12, 2019, knowingly abduct Heidi Brizard. Megan MFer abducted Heidi Brizard by restraining her and preventing her liberation by holding her in place where she was not likely to be found, specifically inside a black duffel bag in the trunk of a parked vehicle. Damn. That's not fun at all. That is not fun at all. I was hoping for more detail on what, but we'll hear that later, I suppose. I think she didn't rid the body because she had MF DNA under her nails. Probably. I wanted to know how she put her in the bag alone. Well, how could they know that unless she told them? Right? So they're not going to speculate. They're talking about the things they found. They can't tell you what MFer did. Megan is so messed up in the head. Man, Megan F equals MFer. Yes, Crystal, you're catching on. You're catching on. Was she dead once she was in the bag? Yeah, because her death came by ligature strangulation. So they've already released that. I'd like to know why was MF searching for dead bodies in Austin? Right? Trying to see where dead bodies had been found, trying to get a little info on how to dispose of a body. You know, if you read up on where all the bodies are found, you might put together on where they're not. Don't put a body at these places. So if they're found here, here, and here, don't do it. How did he not smell anything? This is a good question. What do we got? Her new mugshot is scary as hell. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh wait, let me pull that back up. It is a scary one. It is a scary one. Where's that mugshot? It's a scary one. Scary. Oh wait. Boom. Scary muggy. Scary mugger. What do y'all think of her? Scary. Whew. Let that sink in your dreams tonight. Whew. I think she was trying to look like she was helping as she slid. Ooh, Nikki B getting crazy. Nikki B trying to. The question will be, did they like? There's some things they can leave out of these affidavits, right? And they could have left some stuff. They left a lot out because they found out more. They have more. I like the stuff about this. I told you guys that I told you guys that they were going to use that freaking cell phone data, and they got cell phone data on Megan at and around Heidi's house. They got eyewitness who's 70% sure that's who she saw. They got that they got the car. They got video footage of the car around the house. If they have video footage of the car, there is a good possibility they know if there was one person driving and she was in there. They'll know if there was two people. They'll be able to see maybe which way they went, and like she jumped in the car and they went for a ride. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of posy. What is that? What's a posy? DWAP, a YouTube vlogger, POSE. Is that what I am? Is that what I am, Hunter W? What are you trying to say? Oh, vlogger posse? Are you asking? I'm confused. MF's going down. Somebody says she's getting smacked around in jail. I don't know, man. She looks pretty scary. What's your question? Just thinking if she had PPD psychosis, postpartum psychosis, maybe. Oh, no. Absolutely. There's very well possibly a second person in custody that they're protecting. They could be protecting for a number of reasons. They could be protecting them for. Oh, where's my water? Took a They could be protecting them for witness sake. They could be protecting them because they were a minor. That's why, there was one thing that could have been a family member of Megan who's a minor, 16, 17-year-old driving. Could be protecting them because they're testifying against Megan. They could have made a plea deal. They've already could have made a plea deal in the bargain. Do they look like bruises? Someone said. No, this is just some hair, this is just some hair. I think there's no bruises, really. I don't see any bruises. I think it's just hair. I don't really think there's any bruises or anything like that. That's just my opinion. She could be. She could. I think the driver ended up bailing on her. That's why the body was never disposed of. This is a fair assumption here. Another YouTuber monetized his show right now and is collecting money of Heidi's death. His name is Gray Hughes. I know who Gray Hughes is, Michael. Gray's an idiot, What can you say? You can send money to me. Look, see, I'm not afraid to put up my PayPal at all. People, I'm not worried about Gray making money. People like to give. If people want to give, they can give. Gray's bringing news, isn't he? Y'all are watching him. They're watching him. Another deal with the devil, D-Wop. Ooh, that is where it's at right there. Man, listen, the devil got to run for the money for the most hated woman in America. I'm telling you. Megan, MFer and KK. MFer and KK. Crystal versus Megan in a showdown for the most hated woman in America. God a devil. MFer has no phrasing. This is a true statement. This is where MFer and Frazee, think if they got together. MFer wins. Megan takes the prize. It'll be interesting to see what happens when all the other evidence begins to release. Today, the police affidavit came out. We got a copy of that police affidavit straight from our sources. That didn't come from some Facebook stream. It didn't come from some screenshot. I got the actual PDF media release. I can't, that's my problem nowadays, because if I'm not sitting in there, if I can't have it in front of me and look at it, blow it up, and go through it with the best quality that they've gone through it with the media. Like, this is what came directly from the police to the media. And so I released these documents on Facebook as soon as I got them. And I had them about 1 o'clock. I gave them about 2 hours. I've been working today, so I didn't release them right when I got them. I had them about 2 hours before I released them. But I haven't read this whole thing. I'm going to read this tonight with Jay is for Justice. If you're tuning in tonight, I'll probably cut off here, and whenever Jay messages me, and we're going to go through this affidavit, go line by line. We'll read it all out there. I'll make Jay do all the reading, so I don't have to read it. It's only 9 pages. You guys dig that crap, so you can hear every word. I like listening to it because then I don't have to read it. Somebody reads it to me, and I've always liked when people read to me. So if somebody wants to Here's some stuff. All necessity for caring for a newborn child name in the apartment, including but not limited to diapers, formula, clothing, wipes, bedding, car safety seat, and accessories. All apparent forms of financial means for Heidi appear to be inside Heidi Brazar's wallet, which was left in her vehicle. The only items of note missing from the apartment or vehicle was Heidi's iPhone 11. Oh, girl, you're fudged. MF, you fudged up. Heidi had an iPhone 11. Forget about it, kid. Forget about it. They already know everything. They're on you, girl. They're on you. Promise you. Damn, they have every bit of data. That phone was talking the entire time. That phone was talking the entire time. Heidi's telephone number, 512-214-5815, and her keys. Shane described Heidi's Brazard's iPhone 11 as being black in color and was contained in a case with red and white and blue colors in a tie pattern. Shane Carey began to call friends and family in the area to attempt to locate Heidi Brazard and the newborn child. Without success, on December 12, 2019, Shane Carey called the Austin Police Department at approximately 7:31 p.m. to report Heidi Brazard and a newborn child as missing. Responding Austin police officers conducted a deliberate search of the area of the apartment, contacted members of Heidi Brazard's family and friend group, conducted a reverse 911 call, calling over 4,000 residents in the immediate area of the apartment, and released the names and images of Heidi Brazard and newborn child to the media, all without locating Heidi Brazard nor her newborn child. So they went after her provider, T-Mobile. The affidavit conducted the law enforcement liaison for T-Mobile and confirmed that T-Mobile does currently provide service for the target number and that the phone was currently showing to be on and active. Per T-Mobile policy, your affidavit was directed to complete the T-Mobile exchange form. The return the complete from the T-Mobile, your affidavit complete, and submitted the form to T-Mobile. A surveillance order with an emergent addendum was sworn to by an affidavit and was presented to the Travis County District Court Judge K. Corker. Judge K. Corker reviewed the order and approved the document with her signature. An emergency ping of Heidi Brazard's phone number, 512-214-5815, began at approximately 4:56 p.m. on Friday, December 13, and ran continuously for 48 hours until the afternoon of Sunday, December 15, 2019. The continuous ping of Heidi Brazard's phone was requested to indicate any location data associated with the use of the cellular device. The data was updated and sent at 15-minute intervals for 48 hours. There was no location data reported for the 48 hours of the request emergency ping, indicating that the target phone was not in use. According to Shane Carey and Megan, MF are also known as Megan Humphrey and Heidi Brazard, have been friends since attending the Texas Bible Institute. So they started that ping shit quick. On what day was that? So that was on the 13th. That was the next day. Huh. Father was handed his grandchild. Immediately after Shane Carey's father was handed his grandchild, the MFer interjected herself and asked to hold the newborn child, stating that she had to leave. Shane Carey's father was surprised by the actions of MFer, and that his first introduction in time with his grandchild was interrupted by a friend of Heidi's. Fucking MFer. Video captured on the exterior camera show a light color four-door vehicle with the outline window placement and general appearance consistent with MFer's gray 2015 Nissan four-door bearing Texas license plate, driving northbound towards the rear of the complex at approximately 9:05 a.m. on December 12th. Shane Carey and Heidi's apartment is on the rear of the complex. On this, this is when they have her car in the complex at 9. They got the eyewitness that's 60 to 70% sure. This is where I like. FBI conducted an open source research related to any social media presence of MFer. A search of Heidi Brazard's contacts on Instagram revealed an Instagram account for user Megan Humphrey on December 18th. So they arrested her on the 19th, but they were on her. They were on her by, when did they get on her? When was the first? Let's see. When did they get that footage? Well, they would have probably been on her pretty quickly. They were on her. This is interesting. Christopher Green reported in the spring of 2019 that MFer was pregnant. Christopher Green stated that he had noticed that Megan Effer's stomach grew during the year. Christopher Green indicated that he felt her stomach, which he described as hard. Christopher Green stated that he never saw MFer bare stomach during the pregnancy, stated that their relationship during the year did not lend itself to seeing her in stages of undress. Christopher Green believed that MFer was pregnant with his child. Texas Ranger Wayne Rainwater spoke with Christopher Green, showed Christopher Green a flyer produced by the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children featuring images provided by your affiliate of Heidi Brazard and newborn child. Yes. I don't know where she's at. Ooh-wee. I know, right, Dee? I know. That's what I'm thinking too. Ooh. I know. Craziness. Yeah, a neighbor who saw MFer in her car. Yep, that's MW. Jay's going to make you wear a baby bump. Yes, I know. The hard baby bump. I think CG's been cleared because he has an alibi. FBI agents were notified of a conversation with Christopher Green and the purchase of baby formula. FBI agents and DPS investigators observed MFer walk out of the front door. Okay, see, they talked to him because look, this is it right here. Texas Ranger Gary Phillips spoke with MFer, who stated that on December 12th, MFer left to go to the beach with a cousin. That's it right there. That's your cousin. That's your driver. While Christopher Green stayed in Houston working. When Christopher Green saw MFer next on Friday, December 13th, MFer told Christopher Green, "Don't be mad." Oh, don't be mad. Christopher Green asked why. he could not be mad. MF told Christopher Green that there was a baby on the bed. MF said that she went into labor and delivered her baby without Christopher Green's knowledge. Mom might have just pulled up, girl. Oh, I meant to share that with y'all. This girl, man. Get out of here. Look at you. You just want to say hello? You know, you're just trying to bomb. Look, this girl's just trying to bomb. Bomb. Come here. Give me a hug. You haven't given me a hug since I've been home. Come here. Get golly. Get off me. Golly.
Don't squeeze this pinky.
What happened? Did you have dance already?
Yep.
You say hi to all the peeps?
Hi.
Wave to that one.
Hi.
What else you do today?
Dance.
Dance? That's it?
Hello.
Move it, pups. Come on.
You out of here? Woo! I can smell it. How was dance?
Yeah.
Good? All right. Crashed. My daughter crashed it. All right. So here's the deal. Let me see what's up. It has I gotta check my phone. See if I even got a I don't have an invite yet, so I'm good. I want to look at this. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm cheating. The birthing center stuff. Couldn't remember the name of the birthing center. Come on. Megan stated she wasn't in Austin. This is where due to an unknown status of the treatment of a newborn child's jaundice, which could lend a brain damage if untreated, members of Texas State Department of Public Safety approached. Okay. The newborn child secured perimeter of the residence. So the Texas Ranger readily identified the odor of a decomposing flesh. So there was a stench. Unmistakable odor emitting from the trunk area. So yeah, there was a smell. So here's why they haven't charged her with murder. It's because they didn't need to yet. They don't need to rush it. You know, if they can get her to come up with the story, if they can get her to tell the story, if they can get her to, give something away, they're not gonna charge her right away. So they're gonna put some pressure on her. They're gonna try to figure out what's going on. That tells me she died on the 12th. Yeah, it smelled bad. Yeah, they recognized it and they quickly identified that as an issue. And so, or when he smelled that, he knew what he was smelling, and they knew at that point she looks like she's on meth. I feel like I'm on meth. My head cold. Oh God. Julie, yes, it was released after 12 hours. I think she's crazy, Marcy. I think that's what it is. I think she's crazy and that she just wasn't thinking. This lady's not right in the head. I haven't I haven't heard anyone say that that's where she parked her car. In the affidavit, they state that the car was parked in a way that would be consistent with trying to conceal the location of the car from the road. So I don't know if it was something. Y'all take a look. I'll be right back. Step back in the house. Y'all hear me good. I got to get used to this. Make sure I don't exit out and just give y'all full screen. That's what happened. She playing this. So she's not crazy enough to get off. Okay, so you think she had enough sense about it? There is a good possibility she is going to plead not guilty by reason of insanity. I could totally see that happening. I wonder if there's any local news people nailing this on the news stations at 6. Did anybody let's see here. Let's see. New info. Oh, look. Jay's got her live up, but she's not live yet. Now my phone's going off. I thought I hit send. Okay. Did you send me this? I got to email this. Copy. I'm going live with Jay. Y'all join me over at J is for Justice on YouTube. If we're going to talk more about this, discuss it more. Thanks for joining tonight. If you want to help support the listener supported show, I'm not monetizing anything, but you can definitely send me some PayPal. So there's the link to my PayPal. I'm about to join over at J is for Justice. If you haven't followed me on all my channels, you can follow me on all my channels from TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. There's all my info. We're going to talk more about this stuff over at J is for Justice. I don't know if she's gone live yet, but she did just send me the StreamYard. So I'm going to bust over there here in the next few minutes and go live with J is for Justice. And then we're out. We'll see y'all on the flip side. You heard it first on Dad with a Phone. That's all I know.